County in northwestern Alabama, northwestern Colbert County in northwestern Alabama, until 11:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. At 10:44 p.m. Central Standard Time, a severe thunderstorm was located near Burnsville, or near J.P. Coleman State Park, moving east at 55 miles per hour. Hazard, 60 miles per hour wind gusts. Source, radar indicated. Impact, expects damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Waterloo, Riverton, Wright, and 3. Remain alert for a possible tornado. Tornadoes can develop quickly from severe thunderstorms. If you spot a tornado, go at once into the basement or small central room in a sturdy structure. Intense thunderstorm lines can produce brief tornadoes and widespread significant wind damage. Although a tornado is not immediately likely, it is best to move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. The storm may cause serious injury and significant property damage. Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued until 11:30 p.m. Central Standard Time for the following counties in Alabama: Colbert and Lauderdale.
Alright, that's the first one of the night. So we're basically under a tornado watch until 6 a.m. for all of, hold on just a minute. Okay, so I'll make sure this is still fully charged. But, yeah, we're under a tornado watch until 6 a.m. And if you're planning on asking me if you're, let's see. Oh, you're welcome, Christina. Yeah, basically, and the severe thunderstorm warning was also issued for parts of Colbert and parts of Lauderdale County. And so far, it does not include my location, but it probably includes the areas around Cherokee and all. So if you're down there, be thinking about getting into your safe, be going to your safe place. It's a severe thunderstorm warning, but it doesn't matter. Honestly, it doesn't. The damaging winds can do the same type of damage that a small, well, it can do the same type of damage that a tornado can do. Yeah. Yeah, there is Morgan County's in the tornado watch also. So, basically, if you're in Colbert, Franklin, Lauderdale, Lawrence, Limestone, Morgan, Coleman, Marshall, Madison, Jackson, and the DeKalb counties in North Alabama, and in southern Middle Tennessee, such as Franklin County and Lincoln County and Moore County, you're in the tornado watch until 6 a.m. in the morning. So, just pay very close attention to the weather. It's probably going to be a long night. I mean, I'll try to get some sleep as long as there's no tornado warnings in place, but, well, probably not, because there's already a warning in place, but it's not a tornado warning for now, but that may change. But it does not include my location, so that's why I'm not, excuse me, that's why I'm not going into my safe place right now, because we're not, yeah. But the reason I'm not going to my safe spot right now is because it does not include my location. Now we got another warning coming out. Let's listen to this. Let's see.
The National Weather Service in Huntsville, Alabama has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for northwestern Lauderdale County in northwestern Alabama, northwestern Colbert County in northwestern Alabama, until 11:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. At 10:44 p.m. Central Standard Time, a severe thunderstorm was located near Burnsville, or near J.P. Coleman State Park, moving east at 55 miles per hour. Hazard, 60 miles per hour wind gusts. Source, radar indicated. Impact, expects damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Waterloo, Riverton, Wright, and 3. a sturdy structure. Intense thunderstorm lines can produce brief tornadoes and widespread significant wind damage. Although a tornado is not immediately likely, it is best to move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. The storm may cause serious injury and significant property damage. Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued until 11:30 p.m. Central Standard Time for the following counties in Alabama: Colbert and Lauderdale.
Alright, we have 2 severe thunderstorm warnings out. That second one's for northwestern Lauderdale and northwestern Colbert County till, I think it's till 11:30. I can't remember the time, but it obviously includes locations around Waterloo and Cherokee and all, or maybe west or north of Cherokee. But I'll check the polygon in a minute. Well, I'm gonna stay on the live video, but I'm gonna pop something up on here very quickly. I'm not leaving it yet, I promise. I'm not getting off here. Hold on just a moment, please. Do it. There we go. Well, if I can do it. Let's see if I can find it. I'm trying to do it. Okay. Alright. Let's see. Right. Bunch of warnings coming out. Let's see what we've got. Right there. Yeah, it's been getting like that all day, honestly. I think it's just pressure gradient, but I'm not so sure. That one of the things I've been talking about is the jet stream and all, and it would be supportive for severe weather, obviously, but yeah, it's always the fun part. But I mean, yeah, there's been reports of tornadoes that were on the ground earlier on this evening, but I mean, I have heard some damage, but so far I have not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not in Tuscaloosa. I'm in Layton, which is where I live, of course. But I do know a lot of people in Tuscaloosa, especially some of my friends that I either graduated with or went to school with. They're probably attending the University of Alabama over in Tuscaloosa. And speaking of Tuscaloosa, when I checked let's see. For now, no, but it's, it could change. So if you're in Tuscaloosa, make sure you're paying attention to the weather and all, because you never know, it could change all of a sudden. But I do know a lot of people there. I mean, I know a lot of people in Tuscaloosa. In fact, I even worked with somebody that used to be a manager at McDonald's, the one I work at, that was actually from Tuscaloosa. Okay, we got a tornado warning for Colbert and Lauderdale till 11:30. Oh, just a minute. Excuse me.
The National Weather Service in Huntsville, Alabama has issued a tornado warning for
I agree.
western Lauderdale County in northwestern Alabama, northwestern Colbert County in northwestern Alabama until 11:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. At 10:54 p.m. Central Standard Time, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Yucca, moving east at 50 miles per hour. Hazard: tornado.
Excuse me.
Source: radar indicated rotation. Impact: flying debris will be to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. Locations impacted include Waterloo, Riverton, Wright, Threed, Oakland, and Margam. Take cover now. Move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you are outdoors, in a mobile home, or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. Tornadoes are extremely difficult to see and confirm at night. Do not wait to see or hear the tornado.
Sirens.
Take cover now. Repeating, a tornado warning has been issued until 11:30 p.m. Central Standard Time for the following counties in Alabama, Colbert, and Lauderdale.
We're not in the, hang on just a moment. I'm back on here. I'm okay, guys, but I hate those stinking sirens. I hate them. I mean, you could tell I do not like those sirens. Oh boy. But we're not, Layton and Tuscumbia are not in the warning. Okay? Those of you that are in Layton and in Tuscumbia, at this point, we are not in the tornado warning. I want to make that very, very clear right now. Even though the sirens are going off, it does not include Layton and Tuscumbia, and it does not include, I think Tuscaloosa is not in the watch, but I could be wrong. You can check ABC 3340 and Channel 6, and I think my CD player just went out. That's always fun, especially with those blasted sirens going off. But we're not. It's the northwestern part of Colbert County that's in the tornado warning. As far as the southeastern part of the county, we're not in the warning. Alright? Let me check for those that are in the tornado warning polygon. And it could be places like Waterloo and perhaps around Cherokee and places like that. And I apologize for this thing shaking. When those sirens go off, they make me and a lot of people nervous. Or anything like that, but sometimes you just can't help it. But and they're cutting off right now, but that does not mean now just because the sirens are cut off, that does not mean you're in the all clear, and that does not mean you can come out of your shelter. But we're not, Layton and Tuscumbia are not in the warning. I really want to make that clear. We're Layton and Tuscumbia are not in the warning. Let me check Tuscaloosa really quick. Tornado watch. If you can still hear me on here, please comment. But Tuscaloosa is not. Tuscaloosa is not in the tornado watch. It's all the tornado watch and all that is all north of Tuscaloosa. So Tuscaloosa is not in a tornado watch. Again, Tuscaloosa is not in a tornado watch right now. Could that change? It's possible. But for right now, Tuscaloosa is not in a tornado watch. I am getting alerts that yes, sir. It would. If you have the any of the mobile apps from any of the Birmingham stations that cover Tuscaloosa, then yes, you'll get the alert. But for right now, Tuscaloosa is not in the tornado watch, and I'm getting lightning alerts about lightning approaching my workplace. So If there's anybody, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The such as ABC 3340 and WBRC and CBS 42 and WTVN 13. Those are the stations in Birmingham. There you go. Yeah. You go right ahead. Yeah, but I promise you, Tuscaloosa is fine right now. I'm gonna check something right quick. All right. All right. But yeah, the tornado warning that was issued, I believe it's till 11:30, but I promise you, it does not include Layton or Tuscumbia. Could that change pretty soon? Absolutely. But for right now, we're not in the tornado warning. And just a heads up, if you did not see my post on Facebook earlier on, if it were to include, um, okay, it was detected within 10 miles of McDonald's. The lightning, of course, but you know what I mean. But, excuse me, I'm okay. I just had to burp. But if the tornado warning were to be extended, if it were to include Layton and Tuscumbia, I live in Layton and I work in Tuscumbia, specifically the McDonald's. And if it included either one, if it included my workplace and the rest of Tuscumbia, I would have to let the people I work with at McDonald's know about it so they can get to a safe place. We'll be closing at midnight, but I'm not there. I got off about 3 o'clock this afternoon. Got home safe and all that. Excuse me. But, you know, it's very possible that if if the conditions warrant for another tornado warning for Colbert County, and if it included Tuscumbia, and of course where I work at McDonald's, then I would have to let my crew know about it. And if it included Layton, then I would have to get off this video and seek shelter. But so far that is not the case, but that may change again, but you never know. But you know, but for those that are in that tornado warning, you got to make sure you're in your tornado safe place now. And if you don't know what that is, it's very simple. Don't be in a mobile home. Oh yeah, thanks. Yeah, I try. I mean, I don't do it for fame or nothing. I just try to make sure people are being safe. That's the main thing, is to make sure people are being safe. And you know, as long as we're prepared and all that, we're gonna be fine. No matter how nervous we'll get with the sirens going off. But the reason I didn't seek shelter was because it didn't include my location. And yes, the winds are picking up, but so far so good. But you know, just got to wait and see how it goes. Alright, let's see if there's anything new on the warnings. I've got warnings for Itawamba Lee and Pontotoc till 11:45. Wow. Oops. I didn't realize it was after 11. Man. I didn't keep up with the time as much. Alright. Okay. Yeah, Yeah, I try to do that as much as I can, but you know, it can be pretty difficult. But you know, okay. Tornado warning for Lawrence and Wayne County in Tennessee till 11:45. That is not the Lawrence County in Alabama. That's up in Tennessee. I do have family there, so hopefully they're seeking shelter, especially around Etheridge and all. Etheridge is not very far from Lawrenceburg. It's it's about they're probably close together, possibly. They may be in the warning. Hopefully, and if they are, hopefully they're it's cutting out. Huh? I haven't heard anything about it cutting out. That's a little odd. I'm trying to keep it still so y'all can, you know, catch up with what I'm talking about. And it's just when those sirens start going off, it makes it really, really hard. I mean, I'm serious. It really does. But there, but the tornado, the Colbert County tornado warning, it was the northwestern part of the county, perhaps around Riverton and Marjoram, and possibly even Cherokee. I mean, there is a lot of rural areas out that way. I know the Riverton Rose Trail is out that way. It's not very far from the Natchez Trace Parkway. Well, I mean, it's between the Natchez Trace Parkway and the Mississippi State line. That's that's specifically where that's at, and I don't know if it's closed for the night or if it's open. If it is, and if there's people down there, hopefully they're seeking shelter like they should have done earlier. But excuse me. But you know, of course, you know it's just part of life. But just to but to be clear on all this, if your location goes under a warning, just be safe doing it, okay? Please be safe doing it. I mean, there's nothing going on in Morgan County at this point, but be ready because that may change in a matter. That may change pretty soon. I can I can guarantee you that. Well, you know, it's something we have to be aware of, and excuse me. And I'm not sick, I promise. Sometimes you have to cough. Alright, let me see if there's any other warnings that I'm seeing on Twitter. I promise I'm not getting off this. Let's see. I'm trying to find the thing about the warning. It was okay. It was till 11:30. or the other tornado. Yeah, and I'm starting to hear thunder right now. But so far, the tornado warning or the severe thunderstorm warning has not been extended yet. But you know that could change in a matter of minutes. So you know I'm keeping a very very close watch on it, and I'm checking whatever I'm getting on Twitter and Facebook, especially. But so far so good, and the only I haven't heard much of any in the way of damage so far. I mean, there might have been some damage in Louisiana from a tornado earlier, but it might have just been tree damage or so. But I have seen where there might have been structural damage, but that's sorry, Silly. That's been about that's been about it so far. I haven't heard anything else. Let me check it again. Alright. Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright. Now, when I mentioned Twitter just a few moments ago, you can follow me on Twitter. Um, you can, alright, see. Tornado warning for Hickman, Maury, and Williamson County, Tennessee to 11:45. We've got tornado warnings out for Williamson and Maury and Hickman till 11:45. That's up in Tennessee. It's probably close to Nashville or south of Nashville. I'm not really sure. I've traveled out that way a few times, but that was about 3 or 4 years ago. I believe it was. Let's see. Yeah, it was 4 years ago. And that was when we went to Philadelphia. When we were traveling to Nashville to get on a plane out of Nashville. See, I know exactly where that's at. But excuse me, let's check the time. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing so far. There's nothing going on in where you are in Decatur or anywhere in Morgan County at this point, but that could change very shortly. So be prepared and be ready to go to your safe place and please make sure you have the any of the apps from WFF48, WHNT News 19, Way 31, and WZDX in Huntsville. They all have weather and news apps, so make sure you have them on your phone and have them set for your current location. That way you'll get the warnings if it includes your location. So that's one thing that's, excuse me, that's something that's been talked about for, quite frankly, a pretty good while. I'd say since Friday. That's good. That's good to know. Now, as I mentioned earlier, even though the tornado warning that was issued earlier for northwestern Lauderdale County and for northwestern Colbert County, even though it does not include Layton or Tuscumbia. For the moment, it doesn't. That does not mean it's going to stay that way. So, just to give everybody a heads up watching me on this video, on the live video on YouTube, if it does include Layton, which is exactly where I live, and if it includes where I live, I'm going to get off here and get to shelter. And I don't want you guys to, I do not want anybody to wait on me to get back on the video to get to your safe place. If I, excuse me, if I call out Layton and Tuscumbia, don't wait for me to get back on here to go to your safe place. As soon as I mention it and I say get to safety or to go to your safe place, I mean it. Now, so far, despite the damage that I've been hearing and with what I've seen on Twitter and all, so far I've not heard of any injuries or deaths. I mean, I heard someone say there might have been fatalities, but I didn't want to really hold that true. So I haven't heard any of that so far. I hope and pray it stays that way. Excuse me. And wherever your safe place is, one, it should not be a mobile home or a vehicle. They're the worst place to be. If it includes your location, you're in a mobile home or vehicle, get out of it and get to a more substantial shelter. And that's very simple. Basement, storm shelter, safe room, best place to be. If you don't have any excuse me, if you don't have either one of those, small room, lowest floor, near the center, away from all windows and doors. And in that safe place, everybody needs to have helmets on. If you have helmets, get them on. If you don't, have blankets, pillows, mattresses, anything that's not metal. And I said mattresses. I didn't say mattress. I said mattresses. Have them on. Have them on top of you. Let's see. Okay. Alright. I'm just looking at what I'm getting on Twitter. But wherever your safe place is in that site-built structure, make sure you have helmets. And that goes for everybody, not just kids, but everybody, whether they like it or not. It offers protection to protect your head from whatever damage is being done. I'm not saying that to scare anybody. That's a true fact. Excuse me. Because most of the fatalities that occurred in the recent tornado or severe weather related events that we've had, most of the deaths were blood force trauma or so to the head or the skull. And if they had helmets on, those people that were killed, if they had helmets on, they would still be here today. So that's why you've been hearing, have put on helmets. Whether you like it or not, put them on. It's not a joke. It's serious business. And it doesn't take an outbreak or squall line to cause fatalities. It's serious business. And as long as you're prepared, excuse me, as long as we're all prepared, we're going to be fine. That's the bottom line. That's the one thing I've been saying a lot, even from the event we had last week, even though it wasn't humongous, but still. Okay, let's see what I'm getting now. Alright. Okay, I've got a new severe thunderstorm warning for call. Alright, there we go.
The National Weather Service in Huntsville, Alabama severe thunderstorm warning for Lauderdale County in northwestern Alabama, east central Colbert County in northwestern Alabama, until 11:45 p.m. Central Standard Time. At 11:21 p.m. Central Standard Time, a severe thunderstorm was located over Underwood, Puttersville, or 7 miles north of Florence, moving east at 60 miles per hour. Hazard, 60 miles per hour wind gusts. Source, radar indicated. Impact, expect damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Florence, Muscle Shoals, Sheffield, Rogersville, Killen, Lexington, St. Florian, Underwood, Puttersville, Anderson, and Green Hill. Remain alert for a possible tornado. Tornadoes can develop quickly from severe thunderstorms. If you spot a tornado, go at once into the basement or small central room in a sturdy structure. Intense thunderstorm lines can produce brief tornadoes and widespread significant wind damage. Although a tornado is not immediately likely, it is best to move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. The storm may cause serious injury and significant property damage. Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued until 11:45 p.m. Central Standard Time for the following counties in Alabama, Colbert, and Lauderdale.
Okay. Alright. Yeah, that's one of the things a lot of people have told me. I mean, I would love to do it, but it may have something to do with possibly moving out of where I live, of course, and I'd rather not do that, and you have to go to college to do it and all that, and honestly, I'm not quite into doing it. I just rather do the live video, let you know what's going on, make sure you're what preparations you need to be taking, and all that. That's what I'd rather do. I mean, I would love to do it, but I just rather not, and especially if any of my family has health problems or so. That's another thing to think about so far. But let me see if that warning includes McDonald's right quick. Excuse me. And so far it doesn't. I'll log into something else. Okay, the tornado warning for Colbert and Lauderdale is expired for now. They canceled the... Thank you, I appreciate that. Okay, the tornado warning for northwestern Colbert and northwestern Lauderdale is expired for now. But we're still under a tornado watch, and let me be very clear on this. And Jason Simpson has talked about it numerous times. If the warnings have expired, but you're still in the tornado watch, don't think that once the warnings have expired that you're in the all clear to tune out. As long as you're still in the tornado watch, you are not all clear to tune out. You have to stay tuned in. So, excuse me. So keep that in mind right now. The tornado warning has expired at this time, but that may change. And I try a sense of humor, such as burping. So I try to be funny about it, but in a serious manner. Try to keep everybody calm. And I've been calm, just been nervous about this all day. And, well, since I found out about the event, had me in the nervous mode. And one of the things that I've always told a lot of people when it comes to that is when I was born autistic. But I always tell people that does not change who I am today. Or tonight, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I try to make people laugh when it comes to stuff, just, to make it, you know, try to make it a little bit easier on that way. They don't try to panic or anything like that. Because when you panic, it doesn't make it any better. I mean, it just doesn't. It does not make it any better. You have to stay calm. And if you have kids with you when you're going to your shelter, and you have kids with you, whether it's kids of your own or kids that come to your house or visit you or something, and you panic, yeah, and you right, and if you panic and you're carrying your kids with you to your shelter and you panic, it does not make it any better. It makes it worse, and they'll start panicking, and that'll be a huge chaotic problem, and you do not want that. That's why you gotta stay calm. And oh yeah, and as long as you stay, and when you're going to your safe place, say a prayer also. And the one thing a friend of mine told me is when you pray, it helps everything out. I mean, it helps out 100%. And that's what we do, or try to do every single time. Sometimes we forget, and, when we all forget things, we're not perfect. And when I do these live videos, I don't do it for fame or for glory or for the money. That's not what I do it for. I just do it to make sure people are being safe. And thank goodness, so far I have not received any ugly messages. Unlike last week, I did. But if they do it tonight, I'll ignore them. And, oh boy, I ain't gonna look at that video right now. I'll do it tomorrow. But someone just made a tweet on Twitter about the sirens screaming in downtown Tupelo. And I mean, that's what you expect when it comes to tornado warnings. You're going to hear them go off. Okay, we got a new severe thunderstorm over Colbert, Franklin. Okay, here we go. Got another warning. So we've got.
The National Weather Service in Huntsville, Alabama has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for south central Lauderdale County in northwestern Alabama, western Colbert County in northwestern Alabama, northwestern Franklin County in northwestern Alabama, until 12:15 a.m. Central Standard Time.
Okay.
At 11:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from near Midway to Sandy Springs, moving east at 60 miles per hour. Hazard, 70 miles per hour wind gusts.
Wow.
Source, radar indicated. Impact, expect considerable tree damage. Damage is likely to mobile homes, roofs, and outbuildings. Locations impacted include Florence, Russellville, Sheffield, Tuscumbia, Red Bay, Cherokee, Bowgreen, Underwood, Buttersville, Vina, and Malone. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued until 12:15 a.m. Central Standard Time Tuesday for the following counties in Alabama: Colbert, Franklin, and Lauderdale.
Okay. That's till 12:15. Yep. Okay, a severe thunderstorm watch. They must be replacing the tornado watch with a severe thunderstorm watch. Hold on. Let me check that. Oh, that's probably the warning. Yeah, that's probably the warning. think they just got it mixed up with this. Instead of watch, warning, they put watch, but it's not a watch, it's a warning. But you know that errors happen. So, but once again, it does not so far include where I work or where I live. That may change, but I just kind of had to wait and see. Let me check the time. 11:34. Wow. Oh, yeah. I can't even say for sure how long I've been on here. I guess I got on here about probably between 10:30 and 11. Not looking at that. If you could still hear me on here, let me know, okay? They corrected the. I was getting the alert from the WHNT News app, and they corrected the alert. Like I said, that does happen, so keep that in mind. Wow, there's a bunch of them coming out now. Alright. I didn't mean to do that. Shoot. I didn't mean to do that. Alright. Alright. Perfect. I like that. So far, nothing new. Alright. Excellent. I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. Alright. I'm just and like I mentioned earlier, you can if you're on Twitter, you can follow me on Twitter. Just search for Stuart McCrary. Let me stand up. That was not what I was talking about. Oh, there we go. Okay. Alright. Make sure it's still charging. Yes, it is. Okay. Alright. I think it's starting to. Okay. Alright. I know it might be a little bit harder for you to see me, but I just didn't want my back or so to start hurting sitting down for a long time. Sometimes that happens. Let me check it again. Okay. So far, no more tornado warnings for now, but that does not mean it's going to stay that way. As long as there's severe thunderstorm warnings in place, and we'll stay on here. I'm not getting off of until they're expired. Tornado warning for Williamson County in Tennessee till midnight. Part of it. That's, like I said, that's probably very close to Nashville, probably along I-65. Have a lot of family that live out that way. Hopefully they're in a safe spot. Excuse me. And I promise you I'm not sick, and yes, you can hear the wind blowing outside, but I'll admit that was a little bit eerie. Williamson, though. Okay. Tornado warning for Wayne and Lawrence County in Tennessee till 12:15. Okay. Tornado warning for Wayne and Lawrence County. That's 9 in Alabama. That's up in southern middle Tennessee till 12:15. So that means there's gonna be another one extended for Colburn, Lauderdale, and Franklin. You can't rule it out. That's why there's a tornado watch in place, because conditions favorable for the development of them. So that's why the tornado watch is in place. And it's still the tornado watch. The tornado watch is in place until 6 a.m. unless it gets canceled or expired before then. But I'm not even going to focus on that right now, because that may change. Alright. Okay. I think there might have been a tornado touchdown in Tupelo. I hope not. I saw something from Matt Laha, he's the chief meteorologist at WTVA in Tupelo, or in the Saltillo, Tupelo, Columbus area. That's in North Mississippi. There might have been one on the ground. And if it did, hopefully there's been no damage or anything. But I was seeing stuff saying that transformer might have been on fire, but honest to goodness, I haven't heard anything about it so far. Alright. Just keeping up with what I'm getting. Let's see. Yeah. Just checking some things out here. There we go, it's back. Alright, I had the CD player on the CD player or AM FM radio on WFIX 91.3 The Fix. That's where you can listen to the WFF 48 Storm Tracker team, whatever you want to call it. If you're driving and wanting weather information or coverage on the radio, you can listen to them on the WFIX 91.3 The Fix. That's in downtown Florence on Seminary Street, in case you're wondering about that. Let me check something again. Alright. We're getting rain now. Okay. Alright. So far, so good. There's still some severe thunderstorm. The tornado warning was expired earlier, but it never had. The reason I didn't seek shelter when the tornado warning was issued earlier, it did not include my location. That's why you probably, the thing about when it comes to the tornado warnings, they're only based on the polygon. If you're not in the warning, you don't have to do anything except to stay tuned to your local radio or TV station for more information, and get ready to seek shelter if you are in a tornado warning. If you're in the tornado warning, that's when you need to seek shelter immediately. Alright, a severe thunderstorm warning for Lauderdale and Limestone until 12:15. That wasn't a surprise. Okay. Alright. I don't know if y'all can hear that or not. Oh, it can be a little hard to hear. Okay, another tornado warning for Colburn and Franklin until 12:15. Oh. There's another tornado warning for Colburn and Franklin until 12:15. My radio ain't going off for it yet. Okay. There goes the sirens. There goes those stupid sirens again. Yeah, I call them stupid because I don't like them. Ah, now it goes off. There we go.
The National Weather Service in Huntsville, Alabama has issued a tornado warning for southwestern Colbert County in northwestern Alabama, northwestern Franklin County in northwestern Alabama, until 12:15 a.m. Central Standard Time. At 11:45 p.m. Central Standard Time, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located over Belmont, or near Red Bay, moving northeast at 40 miles per hour. Hazard, tornado. Source, radar indicated rotation. Impact, a room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you are outdoors, in a mobile home, or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. Repeating, a tornado warning has been issued until 12:15 a.m. Central Standard Time Tuesday for the following counties in Alabama, Colbert, and Franklin.
Okay, let's see about the warning. The tornado warning for southwestern Colbert County. Let's see what we've got here. For southwestern Colbert County and northwestern Franklin County. till 12:15. Okay. Wow. Hold on just a moment. Let me do something right quick. I'm coming right back, I promise. Alright, I'm back on here. Let's see if the comments are on here. Okay. Yeah, those sirens are just, ugh. I don't like them. But it does not, thank goodness they finally shut up. Oh, they creep me out. They've always done it. And I try to be funny with them, but they just, there's just days I just like for them to shut up. Uh, Either way. And of course, I try to be funny when trying to not freak out over those sirens. As you can see. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Alright. And traditionally, when they go off, they let's see. Sure it's charging. Okay. I should be able to sit down now. Okay. As long as I'm not burning silver. Okay. Alright. Alright. But yeah, but it's the southwestern part of Colbert County and the northwestern part of Franklin County that's got the tornado warning in play, for the tornado warning. Okay, hold on a minute. Possible tornado east of Lexington. Wow. possible tornado northeast of Lexington in the Lauderdale County near the state line. Alright, what do we have now? Okay. Alright. Apparently there's been possible damage in Tupelo. It's not what you want to hear, honestly. Alright. So we got now. Okay. There's been some damage in Tupelo and gas leaks in Tupelo from, said there might have been a touchdown in the city. I'm not so sure. There's so much going on. Alright, let's see what we've got now. Hang on. Tornado warning including Lexington. Okay, tornado warning for Lauderdale County till 12:30 a.m. And let's see. Shoot. That's good. Lexington and Anderson till 12:30. Yeah. Okay. Northeast Lauderdale County, 12:30. Yeah. Man. Okay. Apparently the storm that warranted the tornado warning for southwestern Colbert and northwestern Franklin has had a history. It knocked the 18-wheeler down along Interstate 22 and knocked some trees down, and this is all in Tupelo. So with that in mind, if you're around Cherokee and all, and Pleasant Side and places like, okay, it continues till 12:15. Not surprised. It's had a history of causing issues around Tupelo, Pleasant Side. That's near the Colbert and Franklin County line. So yeah, that storm means business. It means business. So if you're around Pleasant Side and around Cherokee and all, and I know a lot of people that live out that way, they need to be getting in their safe place now. That is nothing to fool around with. They need to be seeking shelter immediately. And if you don't know where that safe place is, good grief. Shoot. Shoot. that one's had a history. It's had a history. So if you're around Cherokee and Pleasant Side, you have got to be in your safe place. You're in that tornado warning till 12:15. I mean, if you have not got in your safe place, you need to be doing it now. I mean, there's just no ifs or buts or so about it. You've got to seek shelter now. And if you don't know where that safe place is, it's very, very simple. And if you're in a mobile home or vehicle, get out of it now. I mean, that's nothing to fool around with. Get to shelter immediately. I mean, if you're in a mobile home or vehicle, get out of it and get to a more. Whoa, wait a minute. I'm saying something about there's one confirmed. Hold on. Tornado confirmed, located near Red Bay. Moving east at 40 miles per hour. Okay. Whoa. Okay. Yeah, there's been a tornado. Apparently, there's one confirmed near Red Bay, possibly, or perhaps on the ground. So, if you're in that tornado warning, you should have already been in your safe place when the warning was issued. But if not, the time to do it is now. I mean, this is nothing. That's nothing to fool around with. I'm not trying to scare anybody or nothing, but this is serious business. Tornado warning for Giles and Lawrence County, Tennessee, till 12:30. The bottom line is, if you're in any tornado warning that's issued right now, be sure you know if you're in that tornado warning. I mean, if you're in that warning, if you have not gotten in your safe place when the warning was issued, which you should have already done. If you haven't done it, you have to do. Okay.
The National Weather Service in Huntsville, Alabama has issued a tornado warning for South Central Lauderdale County in northwestern Alabama, Southern Colbert County in northwestern Alabama until 12:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. At 12:02 a.m. Central Standard Time, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 8 miles southeast of Cherokee, Oregon, 12 miles southwest of Tuscumbia, moving east at 45 miles per hour. Hazard, tornado. Source, radar indicated rotation. Impact, flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter.
Okay.
Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damaged roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. Locations impacted include Florence, Muscle Shoals, Sheffield, Tuscumbia, Killen, Liverpool, Layton, St. Florian, Posey Loop, and Northwest Alabama Regional Airport. Take cover now. Move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you are outdoors, in a mobile home, or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. Repeating, a tornado warning has been issued until 12:30 a.m. Central Standard Time for the following counties in Alabama, Colbert, and Lauderdale.
Okay. I hate to do this, but I'm going to have to get off this video and seek shelter. If you're in Layton and Tuscumbia, do not wait on me to get on this video. If you're in Tuscumbia and Layton, and if you're at the airport, you need to get to shelter now. I'm going to have to get off this video and seek shelter once where the all clear's been given. Yeah. Yeah, they're going off again. The warning, Christina. I'm going to have to get off this video and seek shelter. I'll get back on here as soon as I can, but right now I gotta get to shelter. I'll come right back on here as soon as I can. If you're in Layton, Tuscumbia, take cover now.